Kevin Alejandro, good to see you again. Welcome back to Popternative, man.
Thank you for having me back, man.
It's been a while. We're already on season 4 of Fire Country. It's crazy.
I know it's happening so fast, man, but it's a beautiful thing, man. We are almost halfway through the season. Now we have the winter months coming up, so that's going to add its own challenges, but we're super stoked.
What is that mindset like now, even with like season 2 or 3 of Fire Country? Because it's always, season 1s are always so interesting because it's clean slate for everyone, right? Like you've never played this character. We've never seen these characters. Are you ever going to be familiar or comfortable enough with a character? Or do you feel like you're always learning about this character, even with kind of filming season 4, so to speak?
Yeah, you know what? I think the latter part of what you just of your question answers it. I think the challenge is for every actor. I think playing a character for so long is to find the new discoveries. As humans, we're discovering ourselves every day still. So I don't think we even fully 100% know ourselves sometimes. And that's the beauty, is trying to play that character and have him or her surprise you.
Absolutely. I kind of also want to talk about the fact that it's interesting because we all start as filmmakers, creatives, we all started as we were very like interested in certain TV shows or films, and then we were like, hey, this is what I want to do, right? Do you think about the fact, like, because I, especially with me kind of starting now my filmmaking career, do you acknowledge the fact that you like watch things differently now that you know kind of how it's made or now that you've directed? Like, I always thought that was an interesting thing, right?
Yeah, it's crazy how that trigger. Once you step into the dark side, so to speak, step over the line, it's like it's almost impossible to turn off that switch. But yeah, I do. It's a testament to like some projects, some films, some television shows that when all of a sudden you get through the end of it and you realize, oh, I didn't think about how it was made that entire time. That's when you know that the filmmakers have done the right job as to captivating you and making you an audience member. So there is that challenge. But yeah, dude, as you know, I just heard that you're a producer now and you're producing films and going on that adventure. So yeah, you look at it, you're like, oh, I wonder what you can't help but think, well, I wonder where they shot that. Oh, I wonder how did they do that shot?
Yeah.
How did they do that? Like you're constantly wanting to learn, right? So
I think if you watch something like, I imagine the movies like when I was a lot, like in the early 2000s, the PG-13, I went to go see like every horror movie, right? And like I was in there like, I love this or I didn't like this. And it's like, what would it be like now? Like going back to those films specifically, if I would like think the same way now that I know kind of how it looks like or why they did a wide shot or like.
Yeah. I love it.
Which is really, really exciting. I do want to also say shout out to Leslie as well because she's directing some episodes. We just featured her for Parachute as well. I want to know what those conversations are like storytelling wise with her. I know you both like are like work at the same product, like you have production company together, but it's like, are there constantly like creative conversations? Sometimes you need a break, but I just can't even imagine. Like there's always probably like, I have an idea or something like that. Like, is it always creative conversations, would you say?
It's so funny, that you say that because literally right before I logged on to talk to you, she and I were lying in bed just being like, hey, what about this idea for a show? What about this idea for a show? It's just, yeah, we just had a really successful event to celebrate her film that you said you featured,
Yep.
Parachutes. We did an industry sort of screening at the Landmark Theater here in Westwood, in LA, and it was super successful. So we're living off that high, and then waking up this morning going like, "Wow, what else can we do?" Yeah.
Leslie Alejandro's feature on Popternative magazine is available right now on popternative.com. Little plug there, so we got to plug that in.
Right on, thank you.
Absolutely,
Gatsby, it's so good.
It was great. It's there's so much happening in like horror films as well, and I find it interesting because Lucifer not necessarily was like part like a horror movie show or anything, but it kind of, because it was about the devil and everything and Satan, it kind of was part of that like the tropes of spooky season and everything. So I feel like you kind of saw the fan base a little bit with Lucifer, even though it wasn't like pure horror. But is it like, what do you think about the fact that spooky content that's always been around is being elevated and heightened popularity wise? Like, what do you think about that from like a directing, storyteller, and actor perspective?
I think it's amazing, honestly. It just shows you that that you can take a genre that has a specific audience and sort of take the story and take it to a different level and make them appreciate it in a different way,
Yeah.
subconsciously or consciously, however it is you want to look at it. I just think that it's great to be able to take something and tell a story and still give you the same vibes, but also elevate your thought process while you're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So getting back to, Fire Country specifically, I want people to kind of, every time I do interviews, I'm always walking on eggshells and everything, especially with a show like this where it's like it's still being kind of filmed and like at the week to week drops and everything. But I'm wondering, like, there have been in the last 3 seasons of Fire Country, the fans are so passionate and they're like from all around the world. And it's interesting to see the reactions, right? That certain people kind of get of certain episodes or certain like character kind of plot lines and everything with your character specifically. I think about this now and I'm curious to see what you think about it. Do you ever like, does fan reactions to certain things ever kind of like help your ranking of like favorite episodes of Fire Country or like inspire certain ideas? Like, does that go hand in hand at all? Because it's such a passionate fan base. And if there is something where it's like something you didn't think about, but everyone's like losing their minds about a certain potential relationship or a certain kind of thing that's like, wow, like we're onto something. Does that ever kind of like change your thinking about certain things? Like, I'm just wondering about that.
I'm not sure that it necessarily changes my thinking about certain things, but it definitely makes me go back to a moment and look at the moment differently. Like if there was a scene that I was in, I was okay, that felt real, that felt this, and then I see a reaction to it, I'll go back and watch it from their perspective and able to tap into like, oh, that was really cool. Yeah. I'm able to appreciate it more because we get caught in the moment as actors, or we get caught in making the day as filmmakers and all that stuff. So it's really cool when an audience member points something out that makes you go back and be like, oh, wow, okay, that worked. I get it now. So yeah, it's beautiful. We need our fans. We need the reactions. How else are we going to know what it is that they love,
Absolutely. It's interesting as well, too, because, the life of an actor and a storyteller is day by day, taking things one at a time. I know we sometimes kind of, think about the future and like how universes will kind of, expand, so to speak. You were at an event recently for Sheriff Country, which is like the spinoff of Fire Country. And I'm wondering, I feel like the answer to this is probably no, but maybe there was a little bit. But like when you sign on for Fire Country, maybe after season 1, do you think about the possibility of expanding the universe at all? Or like when you find out about Sheriff Country, does it kind of like be like, oh wow, this is a pleasant surprise? Like I'm just wondering about that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely you do. Like when you jump into a project, the first thing you do is you want to obsess about it so that you do it justice and you give it the respect that it needs. But without doubt, another version comes out in your head of like, oh man, this universe, like specifically this one, like Max did such a great job with capturing this universe and creating this world that he was familiar with, and bringing that to life. Like, it's a small town, so it just makes immediately it made sense to be like, okay, we have the fire edition. There's the sheriff's department. There's grocery stores. There's this, like it's a town, And the beauty of a small town is they all work together to make this community grow. So it was like, yeah, you absolutely think about, okay, what other aspect of Edgewater do people want to see, Or even when I was doing Lucifer, it's like, what other part of that world do our fans want to see? It is. And it's not like you go in there thinking about it immediately, but it creeps in of like, this would be interesting. This could be interesting. So yeah, definitely.
It's so interesting. And then also I do find it kind of interesting as well, because anytime there's a show that has like a subject, right? So you watch like a sports movie or you watch a movie about music, right? Or you watch something like that, or like with this like has a lot of action components and, Fire Country is about firefighters and everything. You can look at it 2 ways, right? In terms of like what kind of show Fire Country is. You can see like, oh, this is like an action show with firefighters that has, drama, slice of life, self-reflection of all these characters. Or you could see it as this is kind of like, a drama, that has firefighting in it, right? That has action in it. What do you think about that after 4 seasons of Fire Country? Like, what kind of show is it to you, so to speak?
Yeah, you know what? I think what our show is and has potential to even dive deeper into is that we are characters.
Yeah.
It's a character-based drama, and it's real life, and it happens to be with the backdrop of fires.
Yeah.
What it takes the community to, takes what it takes for the community to come together to save their town, right? And I love leading, because first and foremost, the action is amazing, but it's inevitable. It's like it sheds light on some of the things that our firefighters have to do. But the beauty of it is that you get to see the humans do it, and the emotions, and try to save the town while dealing with their own, complexities and own issues. So yeah, I definitely think it's a character-driven drama to the backdrop of fighting fires.
And I can't wait for people to check out season 4 of Fire Country, and it's going to be amazing. And
October 17th, baby.
October 17th. And I just wanted to say very quickly, we've been doing Popternative for quite some time now, and there's a lot of exciting things happening with the brand and the media outlet and the films as well. And, when we started this, you were one of our kind of first guests when we talked about Lucifer. And I just wanted to say, man, like, you took a chance on us when we were kind of starting out. So I really wanted to say thank you, and I really appreciate that, Kevin. Seriously.
Thank you so much, man. I'm glad to be part of a small part of your journey. So thank you.
No, absolutely. Good to see you again. And can you plug away super quick, like, about your production company and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do a plug, honestly, for Sheriff Country as well. I did direct episode 2 and 3. So those will be coming out soon. They also premiere on October 17th, right before us. And after that, they'll be right after us, or vice versa. I got to check that. Don't check my facts. Oh, you check my facts.
No, absolutely.
But October 17th as well. I'll do episode 2 and 3. Really looking forward to it. You guys are going to love it. Fire Country premieres that same day. Some big reveals happen in that episode. So super excited. Leslie Alejandro, my wife, is coming back. She gets there October 15th. She'll be directing another episode this season. So something like really beautiful to look forward to. The Alejandros are stepping up to the podium and trying to give you guys as much happiness as we get ourselves being able to create stuff. So Look out for us.
No, absolutely. Well, we will look out for you, and it's amazing what you're both doing, which is amazing. And this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative, previous episodes, popternative.com as well. Be sure also popternative.com/Popternative magazine. You can catch all our features and covers, including Leslie Alejandro's recent feature that dropped. And until next time, this is Kevin and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.